Let's do this variation problem. The distance that a spring will stretch varies directly as the force applied to the spring. Okay, so let's write that down mathematically. So the distance that a spring will stretch. So let's use d for distance. So d says varies directly as the force applied to the string. So directly means you just multiply by k. So k times the force. So let's use big F. So again, the distance that a spring will stretch, that's d, varies directly as the force. So k times F. All right, the next sentence will usually give us some information to find k. So this is step one, right? Step one in a variation problem is usually to write down the formula. Step two is to read the rest and find k. A force of 60 pounds is needed to stretch a spring 6 inches. So let's go ahead and plug everything in. So it says a force of 60 pounds. So F is 60. And then the distance here is 6 inches. So 6 for little d. Now we can solve for k. So we could divide by 60. Divide by 60. So we get k equals 6 over 60. Okay, so k equals 6 over 60. You could use fractions and reduce them. I'm going to go to decimals. So k is equal to 0.10 using my calculator. Now you have your k and you plug it back into your formula. So d is equal to 0.10f. So recap. First thing you do is you read the first sentence. The distance that a spring will stretch, that's d, varies directly as the force, so equals kf, right? Then you read the next sentence, right? Always one sentence at a time. A force of 60 pounds, that's 60, is needed to stretch a spring 6 inches, that's 6. You solve for k, and then you plug it back into your formula. Step 3 is the best step in the world because it's to finish. So I'm going to write down our formula again. And it says, what force is required to stretch the spring 13 inches? So all you do is you plug in 13. Oh, whoa. It says, what force is required? Ooh. So we need the force required to stretch the spring. So they're giving us d, so it's a little bit different from the other problem. So d is 13.10, and then we're looking for f. So a little bit of a twist compared to the other problems, right? In this case, they're asking us for the force, and they're giving us the distance. So to find the force, we just divide by 0.10. So divide by 0.10, divide by 0.10. So if you put this in your calculator, 13 over 0.10, or you can also do it by hand, you end up with 130. So let's try it. So 130. And that's it. I hope that made sense.